Snow drifted slowly outside the wide windows of the restaurant, painting the world in soft white. The glow from the string lights wrapped around the ceiling beams turned the room warm and golden, a gentle contrast to the cold evening pressing against the glass. Christmas carols played quietly from hidden speakers, but even the music sounded lonely at Adrian Hale's table for six. He sat perfectly straight, as he always did, habit from years of boardrooms and formal dinners, yet his shoulders carried a weight no one could see. The hot chocolate in front of him had a swirl of cream shaped like a star, now melting slowly. The spoon rested untouched. He wasn't sure why he had come here tonight. Maybe to avoid the silence of his penthouse. Maybe because he didn't want to look at his phone filled with messages from people celebrating with families. Or maybe because this restaurant had once been a place he visited with his parents before everything changed. Whatever the reason, Christmas Eve always found him here, alone. He exhaled softly, his breath fogging the surface of the chocolate. Another holiday spent pretending he didn't care. He was about to take his first sip when he noticed movement from the corner of his eye, small, hesitant movement, the kind that didn't belong to a rushing waiter or a bustling crowd. He turned. A little boy stood beside him. Not close enough to invade personal space, but near enough to show he was working up the courage to speak. His jacket was bulky and mismatched, the zipper slightly stuck. A knitted scarf wrapped around his neck, fraying at the edges as though it had been used for years. His boots left tiny prints of melting snow on the floor. He looked up with wide brown eyes, shining with both bravery and nervousness. Sir, he said softly. Adrian straightened a little, his CEO instincts kicking in for a moment. Yes? The boy swallowed, clutching the hand of a woman standing behind him. The woman, his mother, most likely, looked startled to be noticed and quickly dipped her head in apology. She wore a simple coat, neat but worn, and she held her bag close as if it contained everything important in their world. The boy's lips parted, and his voice came out barely above a whisper. Can we eat with you? The question floated in the warm air like something fragile. Adrian blinked. Of all things he expected, a request for directions, a dropped item, this wasn't it. The woman hurried forward. I'm so sorry, she said immediately, cheeks flushing with embarrassment. He didn't mean to disturb you. We'll find another table. Liam, sweetheart. The boy tugged her sleeve. But, Mom, there are no other seats. Adrian followed the child's gaze around the restaurant. Only then did he notice the small sign by the door, closed for private Christmas reservations. Most tables were filled with families, parents cutting food for toddlers, grandparents laughing, older siblings taking pictures. A few couples sat close, sharing desserts. Everything else was marked reserved. Except his table. The largest one. With only one person seated. Adrian felt something tighten in his chest, something uncomfortably familiar. He stared at the empty chairs, at how unnecessary they were, at how ridiculous it suddenly felt to occupy so much space when two people were standing awkwardly beside him. He pushed out the chair next to him. The sound was gentle, intentional. You can sit here, he said. The mother blinked in surprise. No, really, we don't want to intrude. You're not, Adrian said, offering a small, genuine smile. It felt strange on his face, like a forgotten expression returning. The boy, Liam, beamed instantly and hopped into the chair with such energy that it made the table shake slightly. He pulled the menu closer, eyes sparkling at the illustrations of warm bread rolls and festive holiday dishes. His mother sat much more cautiously. Thank you, she murmured. She placed her hands together on the table, as though unsure what to do with them. Adrian nodded politely. The boy lifted the menu. Mom, look. They have reindeer-shaped cookies. Not real reindeer, he added quickly to Adrian, as though clarifying something important. Just cookie ones. Adrian chuckled despite himself. Good to know. The mother finally looked up, embarrassment easing a little. I'm sorry if he talks too much. He gets excited during holidays. That's perfectly fine, Adrian said. Liam leaned forward, studying him. Are you alone on Christmas Eve too? The directness almost made Adrian choke on nothing at all. Children didn't soften their words the way adults did. Yes, he said quietly. That's sad, Liam said, not unkindly, just honest. His mother placed a hand on his shoulder. Liam. But now you're not alone, the boy said simply. We're here. His mother sighed softly, but her eyes shimmered with a warmth that hadn't been there before. Adrian didn't know what to say at first. Something in his chest had shifted, just a little. The waiter arrived to take their order, smiling at the new additions to the table. Liam ordered confidently, mac and cheese, garlic bread, and the reindeer cookies, if it's okay with Mom. She ordered something small, clearly trying to keep costs down. Adrian wanted to offer to pay but didn't want to embarrass her. Instead, he listened. Liam told him about their old town, about how they had moved because Mom got a new job, but it's a little, temporary. He told him about the snowman he wanted to build tomorrow, about how he hoped Santa still knew they had changed apartments again. The mother's eyes flicked down whenever the moving topic came up, but she never interrupted. She just let her son talk, as though she wanted him to have at least one night where nothing felt heavy. Adrian nodded, responding gently, asking Liam questions that made the boy light up even more. With each minute, the emptiness of the large table shrank. The space grew warmer, filled with the sound of a child's joy instead of silence. When their food arrived, Liam's gasp of excitement was loud enough to make a few nearby tables smile. Even Adrian couldn't stop his chuckle. For the first time in years, Christmas Eve didn't feel like something to endure. It felt human. Real. Shared. He looked at the boy happily stuffing garlic bread into his mouth, at the mother watching her son with a soft, protective expression, and he realized something. Tonight, he hadn't rescued them. They had rescued him. And he didn't even know their names yet. But the night was suddenly brighter than anything the falling snow could offer.